Hey, what's up, media junkies?
What's up?
Today we're gonna be talking about the future, not our future, but the future, just in general.
Wow.
You're always so eager to jump into these, even though we have like things we do before we discuss the topic.
Can you grab
No,
my
no,
guy?
No, we
Can you
don't.
grab my
Oh
guy?
yeah, he's lonely over there.
Sorry.
Maybe you're wondering why you can't see us, even though you could see us last time. And that's because we didn't feel like doing the video.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we have a lot of stuff to do today.
Yeah.
We have two episodes to record.
Sorry, I just looked over at your phone and it said "A day in the life of a lobster."
Yay! It's my favorite thing in the world. I want to be a lobster. Don't you guys want to be a lobster? I think I want to be a lobster.
All right.
What fact do you have
Yeah,
for us
yeah.
today?
This
Ron
one I
Ralph?
do not like very much, so I'm not gonna say it. Or Rotten Ralph's not gonna say it.
Yeah, Rotten Ralph, of course.
Of course. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Oh, I think I know a lobster fact I'm gonna say for the episode.
All right, say it.
We never stop growing, and we are basically or biologically immortal.
Yeah, okay.
Is that actually the fact?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I feel like this feels familiar.
Wait. Oh. Yeah. It is in there, so it is an official fact.
Yeah, but we've talked about it. Do that one.
Which one?
Oh, good. Okay. Nailed it.
Right. We're totally not doing a double shoot
Yeah,
today.
I already said.
Oh yeah, we are doing it. Okay,
So
we're doing a double.
I'm gonna go away again. So have a good podcast, everyone.
I like how you brought
Goodbye,
the lobster
Hunter.
out and put him in front of the microphone, even though they can't see us.
Hey, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it consistent.
That is true.
True, yeah, it's very true.
Okay.
In the words of your father, Luke, consistency is key to
Yes.
success.
Consistency is the key to success.
Shout out to Luke's dad.
Yeah.
That's his name. Luke's dad.
Luke's dad is. He doesn't actually have a name.
I actually have a philosophy quote, whatever, that's similar to
Say
that
it.
one, which is, consistency is my number one.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Pretty similar. to
Okay,
what
get
he
out.
said. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
All right. Well, Mr. Host, Hunter Host,
Yeah.
take it away, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, today's episode is about the future and stuff like that, like future and technology. And
Okay.
I think that in the future, our technology is gonna be much smarter than
Fair
we
enough.
ever will be.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Obviously, this year we've seen more advancements than probably any year in all of human history.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, this year is basically just started,
Yeah.
and we've already seen more technological developments
Yeah.
in such a short time.
I don't want to talk about AI too much because I feel
Yeah.
like that's the obvious one.
And then I'm gonna get scared.
Yes, and then we're gonna get scared. But obviously, AI is the big one.
Yeah.
I don't like the direction it's going.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
No.
Also, the Apple Vision Pro is kind of weird to me too. I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
not like the greatest thing
Wow.
of technology
Hot
either,
take.
but like, I think it's really weird that we just created like that. Apple just created that because if someone can actually make the product good on like how Apple
Right.
made it, I feel like it could actually like be a lot better and they could actually do a lot more things than how Apple made it.
I think the Apple Vision Pro, honestly, is just kind of glorified VR.
Yeah,
It really is.
It basically is just VR. But
Well, it's like
without
mixed
games.
reality.
Yeah. And
but
it can do a lot of
It's
stuff.
more of like AR, VR.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's
kind of
just
thing.
like it's also in its very early state right now, so you can't really do anything with it.
That's why I'm saying like if we actually get a better version of it, I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, really
Yeah, like
good for us.
Well, like
But
especially.
not good, but
I don't know if I feel like I'm repeating a conversation we've already had, but especially with this podcast specifically, like for editing, the Apple
Yeah.
Vision Pro would be amazing. Like laying in
Oh,
your
yeah.
bed.
Oh, that would be
editing,
awesome.
That would be so cool.
yeah, definitely.
cool.
But probably wait until they make a better version,
Yeah.
as I said, because
Yeah,
the one that
it's-
we have right now is not good because the
Yeah.
glass also breaks because some people have had theirs break.
Right, and a lot of people have already been using AI for editing.
Mhm.
I'm not very
Disgusting.
I'm not very up to date on how that works,
Mhm.
but I do know they've been using that a lot. But
Would you like to do that?
It depends.
Because I know
I
that
don't think I
editing
would.
editing isn't your favorite thing in the world. I know
it
Austin.
isn't.
But
A lot of the times I hate editing, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of things obviously that I'd want to do myself, and there's a reason like
Yeah,
I don't think AI could ever fully take over editing because
Yeah.
there's a lot of like just creative decisions that only you can really.
yeah, exactly.
it would lose a part of its like identity. I feel like because
Yeah.
people make it like what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And-
Also, I feel like like if AI was just editing everything, they would just get rid of every single mistake ever. And like I feel like the good thing about videos is that when they have a mistake in them, like obviously not make the entire point just a mistake. But that's like people make videos say like have videos of their mistakes that they've made, like blooper reels and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
but AI would just get rid of every single funny moment that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But yeah. Robots will eventually take over, and we'll all be under their control. But we should probably move on from AI because we have a whole episode about that. If you want to listen to that one,
a little bit of a teaser for you.
So let's talk about future and what other way can we talk about future?
Well, we already talked about
future
technology.
Of video games. Here's what I think.
Video games is a good
I
one.
think
That's
that
a good
video
one.
games are going to look identical to real life.
I think they already do.
Some of them already do.
I'm eating Hershey Kiss right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's eating Hershey's Kiss. Weirdo.
These are gross noises that I'm hearing.
Let me
right now.
swallow the Hershey Kiss. It was good. I liked it.
My brother. We're not talking about that right now.
What was the game? Subliminal?
Oh yeah, Subliminal.
Yes.
If you've seen this game, I watched the trailer for it and my jaw was on the floor because it looked like real life. And the fact that my jaw was on the floor and I was shocked about that means that it wasn't like, oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh no. But that it's like not a normal thing, I guess. Like it's not yet normalized that games are like this.
Right.
But I feel like further down the line, like just think about like a Dark Souls game that looks like real life.
Well,
that would be insane.
That kind of feels like Elden Ring, though. To be honest with you.
A little
but you
bit.
can
Kinda
tell it's
feels
a
like
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like the trees, like every leaf has
I feel
looks
like
different.
Right.
That would be cool, but I feel like a lot of people would just do that, right? And then they just make a really, really bad game. that already is happening. Like people are like a whole bunch of game creators are making games that look like real life, but the games are just really bad.
Yeah.
I feel like the closest game that I have played that looks so identical to real life is The Last of Us Part 2.
I thought you were going to say Spider-Man.
That's another
second
good
one.
one. Red Dead Redemption 2 is really
yeah.
good, but even that's starting to get a bit outdated.
And RDR 2 is it's a bit older now.
Yeah.
Than like some of these games.
So, but yeah, Last of Us Part 2, although I'm not really a super big fan of like a lot of the game, the graphics are probably the best thing about it.
Okay,
honestly.
I have a hot take to say about I
No.
don't know if it's a hot take, but about video games progressing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that video games are getting better. I think that games are getting better. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, the SNES era that was good, and everything else since that has gone downhill." But
I don't believe from the SNES era, but I don't know. It really depends because there's so many just. I don't like microtransaction kind of games like
that is true, but
all that.
But I think that those kinds of games are an exception because a lot of those are mobile games that people don't really consider to be video games.
I'm talking more like EA.
Yeah.
Well,
EA is just existing.
We also talked about EA on the podcast.
Yeah.
With a game called Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
The PC port. I haven't played it ever. I haven't played the first one either, so I can't really say much about it. But I watched Penguin Z0 play it, or Moist Critical, if it's what we call him, or Charlie.
Ever heard it? He's quite a guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he tried to play Dogma 2 or Dragon's Dogma 2 on his PC because the PC port, and it just would not work no matter what.
Yeah.
But the other versions of it, like the console versions, worked perfectly fine.
Luke, give an example of like games you think like are going in the right direction, like why you think they're going in the right direction.
Let me think of an example of like a game. I don't know, but okay, but this is obviously like a Nintendo example. But Super Mario Wonder. Think about how like there's it's so polished. Every level is interesting. The characters are really well animated. The sprites are good. And obviously, a lot of that is like objective opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like you can't look at those games side by side and say, oh yeah, like Mario World looks better than Mario Wonder.
Right.
It doesn't. And that's just by saying looks. But I also think that it's expanded its world and it has more to it, more mechanics and more intrigue.
Right.
And some of it might be hit or miss, but a lot of them are really, really good.
Well, I think the difference with Mario Wonder and like a lot of the games that come out lately is you can tell the team was passionate about making it.
Yeah.
All you need to make a good game is passion.
Team,
It's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
You can tell when a team is just rushing it and just wants like the money out of it, and it's just like a cash grab.
Security breach.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's an example of games going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yes. There are a lot. Like that argument is kind of like you can go either way.
Yeah,
really.
but because you can pool specific games that are older that are better than some games that are old that are newer.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can also do the same thing on the other side. So it's like a scale. It's really a hard argument to make. I guess.
I do agree that I think there are more good games than there are bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
100%.
definitely.
Especially coming out recently. There are so many good ones. I'm trying to think of like specific examples of games going in the wrong direction.
I think PC ports definitely for a lot of
PC
games.
ports have always just kind of sucked for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't understand how they do that. Like
I think it's because they're putting almost every game ever on PC.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think that's also the fact that every single time they make a PC port, they try to make it much better looking than the other, like the original port.
Yeah, because the settings can go so much higher.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like sometimes you don't gotta do that. I feel like you can make the game look the same as long as it's not like pixelated and stuff like that. And also the reason why I don't feel like games will look hyper realistic or like look realistic either is because pixels.
Yes, I think that there is a certain charm to pixelated games, and I honestly think that games that are pixelated are interesting. Like from an indie, I guess, perspective, like. If you see a pixelated game, your first thing is, "Oh, that's cheaply made. That's like dumb."
Never.
But like, why would they make it if they didn't have not for a purpose? You know what I mean? They wouldn't just make a cheap game. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, not just like pixelated games, but I'm meaning like actual like the pixels on like a screen. Because that's what computer screens are mostly made of is pixels. So I feel like you could make it look realistic. Yes. But I feel like there's a way you can tell it's not completely realistic.
I will say, this is kind of funny to me, but I feel like Nintendo is the grandfather of games, of the gaming companies. Yeah. Because, okay, so think about video games getting better. Nintendo games are way behind.
Yeah,
in looks. Like, look at Tears of the Kingdom next to like Spider-Man 2.
Well, it's also because Nintendo, technology-wise, in general, is way behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Switch is not nearly as powerful.
The Switch has also been
7 years old now.
Yeah, it's the longest-running Nintendo console. I think one of the longest-running consoles anyway.
It's probably not a good thing either.
Yeah, probably not a good thing, but I even feel like for the time it wasn't, because it was like around like PS4, which I think PS4 looked better.
I just think it's so funny that like, but back then, like Nintendo games were like the high end games, like over PlayStation stuff like that because they had Mario and stuff like that, and it looked much better than PS2, PS1, PS3 games and stuff like that. And now it's on the back burner. It's like worse than PS5, Xbox.
They're a lot more slow moving. Yeah, and it's also, but to me, I fight for this to the end of my life. Nintendo games are fun.
They are.
I love Nintendo games. They're so good.
The only thing I don't like is that there's not enough of them, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there's every time I like go on my Switch, there's not enough. There's so many indie games, which is great. I love indie games.
But you can play those on other consoles.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, I want to play Nintendo AAA games because those are also where I think they excel at. That's the one exception where their AAA games are always good.
Oh, yeah.
With some exceptions.
Yeah.
But oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, this is kind of a trail off. But in a counter argument to the whole Nintendo games are looking worse, have you guys seen Metroid Prime Remastered?
Okay, that's all about different. Okay.
I've played the entire game. That game looks like a PS5 game.
Really?
Like because a lot of games you can go up, like walk up to the screen and look, you can see the individual pixels. That Metroid game you cannot. It looks clean and crisp, and it looks like it's like a next gen PS5 level game. Right. And my question is, why can't they do that with all their games? Why why did they just do it for that one? I don't know.
Now, how well does it play though?
It plays phenomenally.
Oh yeah, well, isn't it? No. I just thought about it. Isn't it like 2D kind of, or 2D, but it's like
no.
It's not 2D.
No, it's 3D. Metroid Prime Remastered.
Then what are they doing? I thought it was a 2D game, so I was like, oh yeah, maybe that makes sense why it's running so well.
Metroid Dread is the one you're thinking of. That's 2D. That one also looks good, but not as good as Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is a first-person shooter.
The reason why I asked that was because I thought it was a 2D game.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that's why it runs so well, and then
the cool thing about that Metroid Prime game got me into Metroid, and the cool thing about that is that it released the day it was announced. Like there was a Nintendo
really?
Direct, and it was like, wow, this game looks amazing. Like actually, Nintendo has really good graphics for this game. It's Metroid Prime, which is a very like highly regarded game that people really want remastered. And then in the Direct, they were like, this game releases later today.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know
that was like one of the
really
most hype moments of my entire life.
I don't think I've ever seen like a video game.
It's called a Shadow Drop.
They
it has a whole name. Yeah.
Wow.
They for real just went game.
Yeah.
Now.
And you can have it. Okay, but that's getting off topic from the future.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of
I'll say I actually will agree with you, Luke. After we had the discussion that I do think games are getting better, but I will say in terms of movies, they're getting so much worse.
Nice segue. Ooh.
They're getting movies have been going in the wrong direction for so long, and I think they're only going more and more in the wrong direction. Now,
I'll play devil's advocate here because I usually am good at seeing both sides of the argument.
So sad.
Yes,
and for the sake of discussion,
I think it is.
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, we'll bring up the examples in a second, but I think especially these past couple years, it has always been like such a huge event when a good movie comes out.
And that should not be a thing.
That is
like
true.
it's always once in a great while, and then everything else is just full of bad.
That's sad.
Especially in the horror genre. The horror genre has been so bloated.
Mm-hmm.
There have been so many horror movies that have come out this year.
Which is sad because horror should be a good genre. I feel
it
like.
should. It really should be, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's honestly the genre where
I feel like the last horror game I remember being good was was the one you saw Thanksgiving.
That one was really good, but let me think. Hold on.
Yeah, because there's nights.
That actually probably was the last. Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, I'm excited for the examples.
the bad movies, which Blumhouse is really the main.
Name many names.
Yeah, Blumhouse is very like hit and miss because they say no to absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
They produce the lowest budget movies as low as possible as they can go because then it makes a profit no matter what.
Yep.
Like the movie that just came out, Imaginary.
Yeah.
It has an extremely low budget, but it still made so much money because it had nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
They don't take risks in terms of their budget at all.
Yeah.
Unless you say like Five Nights at Freddy's that already has the guarantee to make a tremendous amount of money because it's a well-loved franchise already.
Which kind of seems like backwards, like because they did have a good budget for that movie. I feel like.
Yeah.
But what's silly is that like they knew that one was going to be good.
Right.
So they just made their good one really good, and everything else just like whatever.
And I also feel like in terms of that, like in terms of budget for that movie, it wasn't just coming from Blumhouse either. Five Nights at Freddy's is obviously an extremely like well-known series, so they already had a deep budget to make something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was all coming from one place, which like most of Blumhouse just funds.
Yeah, they definitely feel like
funds from one spot. But yeah, I think movies have been going in the wrong way, in the wrong direction for so long now, and I just wish we could get back to a time where
I know
movies were good.
I know I've really been out of movies. Like I haven't watched a movie in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what's better than Night Swim in any other movie that's come out recently?
What's that?
Dracula, the old Dracula.
The old Dracula.
The original Dracula. The first ever, like one of the first movies is better than probably the newer movies now.
Yeah, it's really sad, honestly.
Yeah, so I know Charlie, Moist Criticals, made a bunch of videos on these bad movies, but I just want to think about a few of them.
Well, moving outside of just like horror and stuff like that, like Hunter said, Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet, but I've heard it wasn't great.
I haven't seen it either. I just heard people say it's bad. I'm like, bro.
I've heard people say it's disappointing.
It is, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched a lot of video analysis about it. I should probably actually watch the movie for myself to determine my own opinion.
Right.
But I know I was saying moving outside of horror, but the oh god, what's it called? What the horror movie where the girl gets possessed? It was like a super old movie.
Conjuring?
No.
I Can See Dead People.
It's the guy. It's
like how old?
It's old, like the one where her head turns around. I can't think of the name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah, why can I not remember the name?
Is it the one where
I was thinking about Supernatural Activity?
Is it the one where she says, "I see dead people"?
I don't know. I've never watched the movie.
Movie where the girl's head turns back.
It's
I was thinking about
really
The Ring.
simple.
No, not The Ring.
That's not even possessing though.
Old horror movie. Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Old horror movie where girls' head
and
turns.
also like animation has been getting better. Like animation has been getting a lot better.
Yeah, that's
The Exorcist.
That's called. Yeah.
I was literally thinking.
I don't know
about
if that's
that
I Can See Dead People.
I bring it up because they released a second movie. I think it was last year.
I remember.
And I heard anyway that it was not very good.
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
But the reason I bring it up is because we're in the age of, in terms of film, we're in the age of sequels and live adaptations.
Yeah. I remember you saying this, and it kind of stuck with me ever since we had that discussion.
Yeah. Live adaptations, I will say, have actually been going in the right direction.
Yeah. Like live action adaptations of like animated movies. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like live action adaptations of like things that aren't already.
Oh yeah,
so
like
FNAF, One Piece and Avatar. I haven't watched the Avatar one, but I've heard it's okay.
Yeah, I've heard Avatar is good and bad in both.
It's because
respects.
it's because Netflix wanted to make it bad. Basically, they're basically saying, "Hey, let's get rid of the plot. Let's get rid of the good bunches of it, and just go out of the way."
Okay, here's one I'm kind of upset about. Animation has been getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have mentioned this on the podcast,
Yes.
but I love Megamind. The first Megamind movie is a great movie. It's one of my most quoted movies of all time, and it's
I actually
a timeless
watched.
classic.
I just watched an hour-long video last night about this.
The sequel?
Yeah.
Oh my! I'm not even gonna watch it. I don't think, because I just think from the trailers, the animation looks like it's out of like a PS1 or not a PS1, but like a PS2, PS3 video game.
Yes.
They didn't even get Will Ferrell.
Yeah, the voice actors are all different. Like Megamind's character is like completely changed.
Yeah,
And
and
like,
they released like a little show
yeah,
too.
like a little show of the similar
Yeah.
variety.
Gonna be something I was gonna say too about the Kung Fu Panda and that movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you said, animation's getting better.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's getting better, but the rest of it is getting bad. I've already said this also with video games too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff is just getting worse, even though the graphics are getting better.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's backwards. Yeah, like animation's getting
Quality.
better, so why didn't I don't know.
Yeah, it's more of quality as what they're trying to go after, and not as in like
No.
quality, like as in like. I'm talking about quality as in like the look of it, not like actual like good thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, games. I think are going in a great direction, but
Yeah.
movies definitely.
Why not?
And I don't. As for the future of it, I don't see it getting any better either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause,
Um,
are they making, or did they make a sequel? I know I've heard about a sequel to the Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Oh yeah, they're making it.
It just came out.
Oh, it did?
Oh, it did?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Charlie just.
Yeah, I know, I
uploaded
saw
his
I was
video.
gonna say I saw a Charlie video.
Yeah, we're really like, most of our news of this is coming from
Yeah,
And-
it does.
As to quote Charlie, you're not gonna watch it anyways.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's kind of what we're talking about. Is like they made like a whole like the what's it called, the Pooniverse, the
Yeah, the
Winnie
Pooniverse, yeah.
the Winnie the Pooh horror movie universe. Divorce.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's like all those like child turned horror type things.
Yeah.
It's which it could be good, but it's not
Yeah.
because nobody cares about it.
I know. Yeah. Interesting concept.
Yeah.
Really could be good.
It could be.
We need more movies like Skinamarink. You ever heard of this movie?
Haven't watched it, but I've heard
You've
of
heard of it? We need more movies that are like niche, but do it correctly.
Right. I will say, horror movies that I have watched that are made from like people that used to be YouTubers or are YouTubers are always phenomenal.
Yes?
Yeah.
There's a horror
Can't
movie.
wait for-
There's a horror movie called Talk to Me that's by a YouTuber.
Oh, I've heard
It
of that,
is
yeah.
amazing. There's something else that I watched too that was by a YouTuber, but it was so good. For
Iron Lung is coming out.
Iron Lung.
Iron
That's
Lung,
gonna be
I mean,
good.
We are
that's-
doing a.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about it on a podcast whenever
Yeah.
we watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we definitely have to do like a
I'll
little
be
review
17.
about it.
I'll be 17 by then.
True. Congratulations.
Then I'll be able to watch it in the theater.
I'll
That's
be.
true.
18 by then.
Oh, and to bring up, the other day Luke approached me in the hallway and said,
Yes.
is the new Spider-Verse movie coming out in a week? And I was like, no, that's stupid. But then later that day I actually saw a post. It was supposed to come out a week from today.
Oh.
But it didn't
It didn't?
because it got delayed. but the original release date was a week from today.
When is it coming out? We gotta see this.
Or a week from.
Hey, that's an example of movies going in the right direction.
A week from Friday. True, they're taking more time to work on it.
Animation.
When is it coming out? Or what is the name? Sorry.
Spider-Man.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
I know Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah.
I just didn't know what the other words were.
I didn't know if you knew about that. Yeah, Spider-Man. He's the main guy.
But it was official. It was supposed to come out soon.
Yep.
It's just not anymore.
That's funny because you were like, that's stupid. And I was like, yeah, that's stupid, right? Because my friend was saying, like...
Yeah, we're watching this together. I hope you guys
know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
This is funny because, you know,
March 29th.
I'm pretty sure they released a teaser for it too. It just has like spots. I saw that wasn't real. Never mind. I was remembering a post.
Do you know that the last hangout that Hunter and I had before we met you and started doing this was watching the first Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So it's gonna come full circle here. Yeah. That's gonna be kind of cool.
It comes out soon because we gotta watch this.
I know.
It's supposed to come out not too long.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the good version of animation going good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's taking creative liberties for that.
Yep. It's niche, like I was saying.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about that, though.
Yeah.
Hey.
But can you check the time real quick? What are we at?
25 minutes. I've been keeping track of it. What else?
So moving on from like entertainment, what else can we talk about in terms of the future?
The future.
We've talked about technology, a lot about technology, because technically video games and stuff like that is kind of technology.
We've talked about entertainment.
Well, I count. Because the entertainment we've been talking about is
politics.
Technology. Shut up.
I'm just kidding. We're not talking about politics.
Yeah.
We don't talk about politics unless we're talking about other things sometimes.
Yes.
What?
we've talked about like politics.
All right.
On the podcast before. But
let's get real here. The real reason we wanted to do this episode, right?
Yeah.
What does the future hold for lobsters?
Yes, that's actually what we're here for.
Are lobsters going to live forever?
I feel like we're gonna biologically advance them ourselves, and we're gonna give them ways to actually live forever. We're gonna give them medicine to where they cannot die from their other things.
How long have you thought about this? Just like go up to his room and it's all written out on his walls.
It's all written out on my walls, actually. Yeah. How did you know?
Yeah, the plan to make
it's actually behind my poster.
Just off the top of my head, we can give them the serum, right?
We give them a serum that like gets rid of their shell disease, that gets rid of their all this other stuff that they die from, right? It makes them not detectable by their predators and by their prey so that they can kill them easier and they can get away from them easier. Not respectively, very because I said that flipped.
I hope when you get rich off of this that you fund.
Hopefully I don't die.
Use this to fund the podcast.
Nope, I'm not. None of this money is going towards the podcast. All this money,
future of the economy.
All this money is going right back into more development.
All right.
For the lobsters.
Yes, sir.
Oh, for the lobsters.
For the lobsters, and then in turn, that will make our podcast even better.
More interesting because we have more to talk about.
Because we have lobster.
Say the lobsters take over in the future, we would be like the ones that are like saved or like.
Yeah, because we know.
Yeah, we know.
We've been advocating for their empire.
Hey, lobsters, do you hear me right now? Our Lord and Savior's lobsters. You guys feel pain, okay? I know you guys do, and I don't know why these people are like, hey, let's eat you guys.
Everyone who says lobsters don't feel pain are the ones who they're going to kill.
They're gonna make them feel pain. I hope you understand that.
Yes. Let's just put it out there. Whenever the lobster empire comes to fruition, we will be in full support.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Us three.
Yes, that is the future of.
We'll become the three lobster junkies if we have to.
Yeah, we'll do whatever you tell us to.
We'll do a whole rebrand. The whole logo will just be three lobsters,
or even three media lobsters. We could even do that.
No, I just visualize like us three like standing there like with like the lobster looming over us, and we're like, yeah, please save us. It just like squashes us.
hey, save us. We're not being.
What if we actually somehow did a lobster episode where the logo is just the three lobsters?
Well, we could do that.
That'd be great.
I just realized I have been manifesting a lot of things lately.
Manifesting like what?
Don't.
Like I've been saying stuff and they becoming true.
Actually, say that. I want the lobsters to take over. Yes. I want the lobsters to take over, please.
Well, since we're moving in this direction, what is the future of our podcast? We've already kind of talked about it. But
So the reason we're doing a double shoot today is because I'm going to Hawaii and we're going to miss 2 days to upload, so we're going to have to crank them out here. This is actually the same week that we recorded the one that we played Pictionary and Taboo in.
Yes.
This is really funny.
So it's like right after, and then we're not going to see each other for a while, which is really sad.
But actually, it's not the same week because it was technically last week.
Oh, I technically said it. Yeah.
But yeah, so spring break's coming up. That's a thing of the future. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Luke's gonna have the most fun because he's going to Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, debatable. The forecast right now says rain every day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but
wow.
You know what? Everything is perfect in my life, so I'm sure it'll turn around.
What are you guys planning to do there? Like,
we have a lot. Well, we have like a whole itinerary. Like my mom printed out a whole itinerary, gave it to all of us. Like
an itinerary.
Yeah, like for every day we have our plans and everything.
That sounds like my mom.
Yeah.
She's not here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. And you know what? Even though we're doing this, I could do like a little 10-minute call-in because there's one day we don't have anything
There's not really
planned.
a need to because since we're already recording.
Yeah, but we could do like a little special tag.
If you did it before I upload the next episode, I could add it.
We could like because then also it's gonna be probably a little bit shorter too, so we could use that to pad it out.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'll tell you more about what we're doing in Hawaii on our next episode.
Okay. That'll make sense when the viewers,
the
listeners,
know about it.
Hear what our next episode is. Yeah.
But yeah, there's not really a whole lot more to talk about in the future of our podcast.
You guys want to know what I'm doing for spring break?
What's that?
What do you think I'm doing for spring break? Playing video games.
Yeah. Oh. What are you gonna play?
I don't know yet. Honestly, I'm just gonna be playing games. That's really it.
Okay. Games.
No plans.
Games. Yep.
I like games.
Yeah.
Games are good.
I might stream a bit too.
All right, future. What else? Future can we talk about?
That's future. Ooh, that buzzing.
I know.
I don't think they can hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Thankfully. But
whenever we go dead silent,
I might stream Phasmophobia. Not Phasmophobia. I might stream what's that one game you play?
The one game we play.
The future of Hunter Dark Horse.
Yeah, no, Fears to Fathom. I might stream the first chapter of Fears to Fathom. I was thinking about doing that like a while ago, but I never got the chance to.
Yeah.
This is what you can look forward to in the future for Hunter Dark Horse.
One thing I can bring up that is in the future. Hunter. Sorry. Ever since we did the Super Junkies episode, which we didn't really talk to the listeners about this. Yeah. But we are planning on doing more D&D style like little episodes. And I believe Hunter's is next, correct?
If I'm next, then I have a lot of work to do.
I thought we said that Austin was next since you had yours already like kind of half planned out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I next?
Because you said you already had part of yours planned, correctly?
Yes. Yeah.
When I get mine, like actually like finished, I'll probably make like a special like thing on the episode, like kind of like how you did with like, is that the flaming bolt? And is that ragdoll just sitting there? I'm gonna do something like that for my episode.
Okay.
Or like the episode.
So that's how we'll know when it's ready.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and mine, I have like some because mine is definitely the least worked on, but I have some like foggy ideas in the back of my head, like.
Mine is literally just the beginning, and I don't know what I don't know what the meat is gonna be.
I haven't even like written anything down yet.
Well, we don't have like a set date on when we're gonna do these, so as long as it's good, you can take as long as you need.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mine will
we don't want them to be too bunched together, obviously. Yeah.
Yes. That's why probably like maybe it might be a year until all three of them get done. Like
I'm probably gonna be working on mine during
also, I'm gonna change the theme of mine, I think, too, because I'm getting more ideas. It's mostly because I've been playing Final Fantasy, and it's like because Final Fantasy is pretty much just D&D. Like,
future of me, which I was kind of talking to Luke about this on the way here, but I've been getting so much more into anime.
Yes. Yes.
Because I usually don't watch it a whole lot, but I have started rewatching Dragon Ball, just like the whole series, because I've been using your account.
Yeah.
And ever since
I logged into it on my own, I don't know how I don't know how you didn't notice about it.
Yeah. But ever since I started watching Dragon Ball, like I'll see just like all the other animes that are on there, and I'm like, oh my god,
yes, that keeps happening to me too.
Speaking of which, I need to watch 2 episodes today of Classroom of the Elite.
I've been watching. So like I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, which I don't think I've talked about in the podcast for whatever reason. But ever since Hunter's anime episode, I'm on like episode 4. I haven't gotten very far. I'm like 15 or 14 because I've had busy stuff going on in my life.
Check.
But it's the same way, Austin. Every time I'm on Crunchyroll and I leave the episode, I just see like One Piece, Dragon Ball. I'm like, I want to watch those.
Right. Hunter has to sign.
Yeah, I have to sign back in.
I don't know how it logged me. Please don't tell me I might. Okay.
Your account's
I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, we hacked your account. Huh?
Yeah, we changed the password.
Why'd you guys do that? I'm not very happy with you.
Yeah,
guys,
I'm on episode 32 of Dragon Ball.
And Luke is on 14.
I just finished that episode. I just finished 14,
finished it? Oh, yeah, I'm also finishing up Code
You're watching like 5 things.
Yo, let's go! Sorry, another anime that I was watching also came out with a new episode today.
Okay, so what else were you going to say, Austin? You got back in the anime. Is that it?
That's pretty much it.
Oh.
I just have had a lot of inspiration for that. But it's going to be a while before I watch anything other than Dragon Ball because the series that I'm watching now, the OG Dragon Ball, has 153, I think, 54. Yeah. And then Dragon Ball Z has 391. Mm-hmm. And then I believe Dragon Ball Super has like around the same as the OG series, like 150s. Mm-hmm. But Z's going to take me so long.
Yeah,
it's going to take 400 episodes.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
But I've been loving Dragon Ball so far.
Yeah. I love Dragon Ball. It's such a good anime.
Yep. But
well, we've done the future of Austin, and we've done the future of Hunter. Here's the future of Luke.
Okay. So, guys, we're done with the episode.
I don't really have much, but I got really hyped for this in the car talking to Austin about this. So I'm gonna play Dark Souls. Yes. Next time they come into my house, I'm gonna play Dark Souls because I've been getting really hyped about it, and I keep seeing footage of it, like just randomly, like it's trying. The universe is trying to tell me you gotta play this game. I keep seeing footage of it, like when I'm on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, that looks awesome. I need to play this. So I can only play the first one because it's only one on my Switch. But I think the first thing I'm gonna save up for once I get my a job or something is a PS5.
Right. Yeah.
But that's my
the future of Luke's gaming career.
Yeah, it's really just that. And I also have to watch Matlock because my friend told me. I don't know if you're listening to this. I don't know if you are, but I met a kid at a youth service, or a lock-in actually at my church, and he recommended Matlock to me, and it sounds amazing, which is like an older style show that's about a lawyer. Oh, yeah. And I feel like I'm gonna watch it. I feel like I really like it. I haven't gotten around to it obviously because I'm watching JJK and been having the musical going on.
And you also could watch after you finish JJK, you could watch Phoenix Wright.
I'm gonna watch the Phoenix Wright anime. I'm pretty excited for that. Seen some clips. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yep, that's the future of me. That's what I'm probably going to be doing. Probably on the plane. I'm probably going to end up, the plane to Hawaii. I'm probably going to end up binging some JJK.
Also, just want to put a disclaimer. If these episodes are a bit shorter than usual, it's because we are on a very strict time crunch.
Yeah, why are we on a time crunch again, Austin? Or can you not say?
I can't really say, but I have to be somewhere. Oh. It's very private. Maybe I'll talk about it in Big Talk. But spoiler alert, Big Talk's the next episode.
Oh yeah, Big Talk.
Big Talk 2.
The beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning.
At the beginning.
That's what you should title it.
At the beginning.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I think we've kind of run this topic a little dry.
Yeah. I think we're
the end.
Yeah, the end.
So, you guys ready?
I'm ready to close. Whenever you're ready, Mr.
So, start the next one.
Just wait for the future, guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, wait.
So, big things are coming.
3, 2, 1. Peace out, media junkies.